Hello friends, welcome to GS Core. So we are continuing our program of discussing daily current affairs and we are doing it through MCQs. The reason for that is सिर्फ कंटेंट इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, कंटेंट इज इंपॉर्टेंट बट स्किलिंग. Alright, how to use information to decode MCQs is also important. So that is what we are doing in this program. That is what we basically follow in this program. Let us see the first question. Let us basically see the topics that have been in news today. So first and foremost, there is something called as helium star that has been observed. European remote sensing satellite ERS-2 which has collapsed back to Earth. Google's Gemma, something related to a platform related to AI. Then Finance Commission, very important, one of the favorite questions, one of the favorite bodies on which questions are asked by UPSC. And then skill development, important from the point of view of governance, and programs with respect to skill development have in the last 10 years regularly appeared. So I'll let you know what to look into them. Alright, they have regularly appeared in the prelims examination. Chalo, first question as we have just discussed is with respect to SAR, but before that, now the reason why this question has been asked by us is because helium star has been observed. Now what is helium star? Helium star basically is also called as blue star. Alright, or it is also called as O star. The difference between helium star and normal star, first and foremost, is in helium star what we see is heavy lining of helium. Alright, and to an extent weak lining of hydrogen. Alright, these stars basically are rare in observation, and it has been quite recently that we have started observing them. If you take into consideration star as such, whether helium star or normal star, there are few concepts that you have to remember. First is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion basically is the process that involves hydrogen atoms combining to form helium at a very high temperature. High temperature is the requirement. Alright, and that is the reason if you take into consideration even hydrogen bomb, so very few countries have it. Alright, hydrogen bomb works on the principle of nuclear fusion. Okay, so with respect to nuclear fusion, now remember, hydrogen is converted into helium, and in this process the energy that is released, that is actually the light and heat energy of a star, including our sun. Alright, obviously, and it is obviously based on E is equal to mc square, the famous equation provided to us by Einstein. Energy equal to mass into square of velocity of light. Okay, so nuclear fusion basically is the first concept you have to remember. Then you have to also remember something called as gravitational equilibrium. Now what basically is gravitational equilibrium? Gravitational equilibrium is basically balancing of gravitational force. Gravitational force. So there is a gravitational force which basically pulls a star from within, and then there is gravitational force from the surrounding which basically pushes the star. Alright, so there is a gravitational force from within the star that pulls the star inward, and there is gravitational force from the surrounding which pushes the star towards outside. Now these two, when they balance each other, now what happens is the star remains constant in appearance. constant in appearance basically. That is gravitational equilibrium. And further if we look into it, now what will happen is there will be a gravitational compression. As the star ages, its density increases. Alright, its density increases. And as its density increases, the equilibrium starts to get disbalanced. Alright, तो क्या होता है ना कि the pull factor increases and the push factor decreases. As the pull factor increases, gravitational compression happens. Alright, and this is the process of death of a star. A very famous Indian astrophysicist gave a concept, basically gave something called as Chandrasekhar constant. ठीक है, Chandrasekhar constant is very important for the purpose of understanding the death of star. What I want you to look into Chandrasekhar constant. Alright, I want you all to look into Chandrasekhar constant and mention what it is in the comment section. And then we of course have star peeling. Star peeling क्या होता है ना? Star peeling is it happens in helium stars. Okay, what happens is helium stars basically are found in clusters, or they are found close to each other. So they both, so one helium star, what it will do is its gravitational pull will interact with other helium star, and the gravitational pull of one helium star, which will be more, it will take away helium covering of the helium star. Alright, that basically is called as star peeling. Now the question is, which process prevents a star from collapsing onto itself? Obviously, if we look at the four concepts provided to us, we have already looked into it. The answer to it is gravitational equilibrium. देखो, questions on star or universe are rare, or solar system are rare. But if a major discovery happens, the question does come. What I want you to do is keep an eye or look into what is helium star. Alright, for this what you can do is description में ना you will find a link to ThinkU. Alright, you will find a link to ThinkU. All the factual information, all the analytical information from prelims point of view, you will get it in the ThinkU, in the link of ThinkU. So go through it. It will be an easy job for you. Chalo, let us now look at European Remote Sensing Satellite ERS-2. Basically ERS-2, it is one of the first I will say Earth observatory satellites. Now wherever question is asked on satellites, now what are the questions? What are basically the questions asked? First, it's orbital. When I say orbital, whether it is equatorial or polar, that you have to know. Second is with respect to organization. Which institute has basically launched that particular satellite? Then propellant. What type of propellant was used for the purpose of launching of that particular satellite? Last but not the least, I will basically say it is the objective of the satellite. That has to be remembered. The objective of the satellite. तो ये अगर चार information आपके पास है, if these four categories of information you possess, so your answer with respect to satellites will not be wrong. And increasingly what we see is UPSC asking question in prelims with respect to space technology, not space as such, but space technology. Alright, so let us know more about European Remote Sensing Satellite. थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में information जान लेते हैं. Alright, थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में information जान लेते हैं. तो first and foremost, this particular satellite was launched in 1990, and its chief purpose was to observe Earth. When I say Earth, it was basically to take a look at Earth atmosphere, atmospheric changes, then to look into the surface aspect of land and ocean. The changes in the surface aspect of land and ocean. ठीक है. It basically also, when I talk about atmosphere, was observer of, not oceanic, sorry, was observer of the ozone layer. The ozone layer. All right. What has happened basically is the satellite has completed its life. All right, has completed its life, and hence through it we have moved towards its controlled disposal. That is, we have retired the satellite. We have basically retired the satellite. All right. Now let us look at the questions provided to us, the statements provided to us. The first statement is ERS-2 was one of the pioneering European Space Agency missions launched in 1990s to study Earth's atmosphere, land and ocean. Absolutely correct. All right, remember, as I told you, organization is important, objective is important with respect to space technology. ERS-2 introduced revolutionary capability to assess the protective ozone layer. Yes, again objective is asked. Third statement, ERS-2 was equipped with functioning propulsion system that allowed controlled deorbiting at the end of the mission. Absolutely. ठीक है. Functioning propulsion system, again see, the question is on propulsion system as I have mentioned it already. ठीक है, इन्हीं 4 पॉइंट्स पे क्वेश्चन आएगा विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी. ऑल द 3 स्टेटमेंट्स गिवन आर करेक्ट ना, सो आवर आंसर विल बी सी. ठीक है. मूविंग ऑन टू थर्ड क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे, एंड इट इज रिलेटेड टू गूगल्स जेमा. व्हाट इज इट? इट इज अ प्लेटफॉर्म that will help in getting equipped towards better innovation in computing using cloud technology. Cloud technology basically is sharing of resources through a common pool, all right. So let us look into GEMA in particular. So as I told you, it is basically a platform that will encourage innovation. It is a platform that will encourage innovation for the purpose of through cloud technology. All right, through cloud technology. And what it also will do is, it in a way will not encourage something called as on-premise deployments. On-premise deployment. The work that has to be done will be done through, as I told you, cloud computing. The focus will be more with respect to sharing. If I look at the 2 statements, GEMA model released by Google are open source. GEMA models released by Google are open source, allowing complete freedom from developers to use and modify them. Okay, first statement is correct. So as we are moving towards cloud technology, talking about clouds technology now, it is obviously an open source, anybody can use it. All right, second statement, GEMA models are primarily designed for cloud computing platforms and are not optimized for on-premise deployment. Or second statement is also correct. Both statements are correct, but cause and effect relation, basically cause and effect relation is not established between the two. Hence what we see is we will mark B as the correct option. That is, both statements are correct, but statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. Then let us move to fourth question. Now fourth question is important from the point of view of polity, and this year I assume a question in polity, in prelims on Finance Commission. Why? 16th Finance Commission has been established and also his term of reference has been provided. Alright, any more information on 16th Finance Commission? You can use ThinkU, which is basically provided in the description section. Also, prelims Sampurna of polity has been released. So it is compilation of yearly current affairs in thematic model, in thematic pattern or method. So that will help you in internalizing current affairs in a better way. Now some basic information with respect to Finance Commission. First is, it is a constitutional body. Article 280. Second thing, with respect to Finance Commission, it basically what it does is it looks into division of taxes between central and state government. It can also suggest methods of augmenting money for Panchayati Raj institutions. Alright, PRIs. And last is any issue that President wants Finance Commission to look into. With respect to Finance Commission, please also do remember it is an advisory body. Its report though has to be placed on the floor of the both houses of the parliament by the president. The president has to see that the report of Finance Commission goes into the parliament. Alright, also please look into the eligibility criteria of chairperson and members of Finance Commission. क्वेश्चन इस पे आने की संभावना है. ठीक है, what I want you to do is mention the eligibility criteria of members, 4 members of Finance Commission in comment section. चलो जल्दी करो. ठीक है, let us see what the questions are asked with respect to Finance Commission. Let us see the questions that are asked. The first question is, Finance Commission is constituted every 5 years by President of India. Remember this, it is constituted by President of India to recommend distribution of net tax proceeds between center and state based on Article 280. Based on Article 280 of the Constitution. Absolutely correct. This statement is absolutely correct. Alright. The divisible pool of tax include all taxes collected by Union government including cess and surcharge revenue. No. Finance Commission will not look into the collection of cess and surcharge. Cess and surcharge basically are fees. देखो, there is a difference between tax and cess. Take a tax is something which once you pay, you do not know what you will get in return. Cess basically is specific. आप किसी चीज़ का cess भरते हो तो you specifically know what advantage you are getting out of it or what returns you are getting out of it. Alright, so Finance Commission is concerned with tax distribution, not cess and surcharge. Third, the percentage share of divisible pool of taxes has been decreasing for southern states over the last 6 Finance Commission. Absolutely right. देखो, Finance Commission basically recommends distribution of money based on development level. Lesser the development, more the contribution to the state. Alright, hence what has happened is over the period of time, southern states have been receiving less contribution from the center. They have been receiving less contribution from the center. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे what do we see is statement 1 is correct, 3 is correct, और answer therefore is B. Only 1 and 3. Last question of the day, guys. Okay, so this is about skill development and this is also related to a certain extent on scheme for prisoners. So in today's newspaper, if you look into it now, so you will basically find that government under poor prisoner scheme, poor prisoner scheme, what it has done is it has provided bail to those who are financially underprivileged, those prisoners or those under trials who are financially underprivileged. Alright, not only that, government over the period of time, what it has done is it has provided skill developing initiatives for prisoners, so that once they are out of prisons, once they have served their time, they could basically live a life not involving crime. ठीक है. Okay, so if you look into various schemes na, so we have to match the follow, which we have to basically match the pairs. So if we talk about the first scheme, Param is correct. Param basically what it will do is it will empower the inmates for providing them with vocational skills, education and training. Alright, this is correct. Second scheme, Kusum basically is not for prisoners, it is for farmers. It is basically for farmers. Alright. And Kusum is basically Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttan Mahabhiyan. ठीक है. So it is basically for increasing energy and water security of farmers. And its ultimate goal is obviously to increase the income of farmers. Alright, so second scheme is not correctly matched. Third is Swadarghir, a supportive institutional framework for women victims of difficult situations. Yes, women victims of difficult situations who are also basically prisoners. Alright, so how many of the pairs are correctly matched? It is B, only 2. Alright, यहाँ पे what I would want you to do is other skill development schemes ना, I want you to go through it. High chance, high probability that they may be asked. ठीक है, for that you can also refer to state of economy, summary of state of economy released by GS Core. I'll make sure that the link of it you find it in description section. Thank you guys. Always a pleasure to discuss with you. Thank you so much. We'll meet soon. Bye.